call one day from the Langford Hotel and said they were looking for a trumpet player. So at that time, Jay Caruso had the band at the Langford. And so I went over there and they said, okay, you've got the job. So I was there with Jay Caruso for about maybe a year and a half maybe. And then Jay Caruso left and went to Disney World. So Bob Langford, who's the owner of the Langford Hotel, asked me, Dale, he said, would you take over the band? I said, okay. So I love the place, I love the people, I love Bob and Charlie Wessels and all the people that were, you know, Jerry and Bobby Jr., I love them all. So I said, okay. So I stayed there for another about 3.5 years, I think, as musical director, conducting for all the shows and so forth. So that was like, I don't remember exactly, 1968, 69, to about 73 and 74. That's when I was at the Langford Hotel. Well, I left the Langford and went to Las Vegas. I was musical director at the Las Vegas Hilton International Hotel in Las Vegas. And I was, whenever a show left the Hilton at the time, Bill Cosby, the Mills Brothers, Red Fox, Sanford and Son, Red Fox, and whenever any shows left there, I would go out and I would be the music director for the show, whether it be New York or Puerto Rico or wherever, LA. We did the Tonight Show a couple times, Johnny Carson, Tonight Show, Mike Douglas, and that was my job. And I was out there for a while, and then I came back to Orlando, and when I had an arrangement with Bob Langford that when I left the Langford Hotel, that my piano player at the time would take over my band and keep it going until I came back. Anyway, when I came back, Bob said, well, Dale, when are you going back to work? And I said, well, let's talk. Well, of course, at that time, I was making a lot of money in Vegas. I was making very good money in Las Vegas. So I came back and Bob couldn't match it, couldn't even come close. I said, Bob, I'll tell you what, I can't work for that kind of money. So I didn't go back. But I still did a lot of shows at the Langford. He would bring us there on special occasions with my big band, with the Dixieland band. We had some Battle of the Bands upstairs at the Langford. They had a very nice area upstairs for events, the events hall. And it was beautiful. It was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dale Burke Orchestra.
It was all great shows, great shows. We had some super entertainment there. And the music, of course, was of the day, you know, the popular music of the time. A lot of the big band sounds and a little bit of jazz and the pop music that was popular, you know, from the 60s to the 70s and so forth. The Langford Hotel was unique. It was so unique. It was like a Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer movie. Bob set that Langford Hotel, the Empire Room up, just like a movie theater. They had a light man in the booth, just like they did in the heyday of the entertainment business. Light man, the sound man up in the booth, and they bring on the acts with the fanfare. They fly them off with the fanfare, and it was very, very much showbiz. We had a regular schedule of shows at the Langford. They would change like once a week or once every 2 weeks. You usually try to get the acts to come in for 2 weeks at a time. If they were really good, sometimes they'd be held over. And you get guys like Eddie Peabody, who wowed the people. Woo Woo Stevens wowed the people. And Brenda Byers, who was a very, very fine entertainer. She was there. She'd come in on a 1-week engagement and end up staying 3 weeks because the people just came flocked to see the shows. I was given some leeway to say, Dale, what do you think about this act? Or something like that. But no, Charlie Russell usually booked the show in coordination with Bob Langford Sr. And, but the acts would appear like if we had them in January, we might have that same act back in maybe September or August, if they were a draw, because it was a really nice, friendly atmosphere in there. I did outside shows also, and my manager would have me doing outside shows. But as far as who they brought in, I did not contract this, no. If you saw the movie Moulin Rouge, and that had that French atmosphere. They had the dancing girl lit up, painted on the back wall. And it was just a nice, warm, friendly show atmosphere. Park Avenue, you know, the Parisian, sort of a laid-back little everything in that little combined little area of Park Avenue. It was just a friendly little, little bird. You know, it's changed a little bit now, I know, but what is this beautiful hotel doing in Winter Park, Florida? But it turned out it was a great match. It was really a great match. I was there maybe 3-4 years before Disney really got going. It still went strong for a few years after Disney opened. Oh yeah. And that's when I left, and like I say, things changed, and all of a sudden I find out that they're going to tear down the Langford Hotel, and I almost cried because that was really a landmark of ours in that area. It was certainly a very exciting time, and Bob Langford and the Langford Hotel really kept things alive in that Orlando area. It was the showcase for all of Orlando.